12. We're fine.
BC scanner is now live. Streaming Just Chatting. My live stream. Woo.
Welcome in, everyone. Had to stop by Mom's basement, pick up my rain jacket real quick.
At Pammy9588, hey Pam.
I couldn't bring you to Mom's basement. Everybody would show up.
Hi, my purple friends.
It's the
Hi,
purple
John.
friends. Hello to you. Let me just make some few changes here. Let me put the overlay up.
At Pammy9588, hey love.
Make sure I have that phone. It's gonna be right here in my pocket.
Sup?
What's up, by you? Alright, we're ready to go, guys. Guys, if you're new here, my name is...
I just shared to Discord, John.
Thank you so much.
Free candy in the trunk. John, Pam is here, you in trouble law.
I'm definitely in trouble.
Hey, John.
We gotta be
Hello.
on our best behavior. Hello to you. Cece, welcome in. Wild Ben, welcome to you.
Good evening, John, Pam, Gilbert, and all of the best trunk buddies anyone could ever want. Hello, John, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Tell me I didn't miss you on the TikTok shitty app.
You did miss me on the TikTok shitty app.
Fuck TT.
It's a family show, guys. Family show. Family show.
At Mark the Mad Shark, you did.
Only I'm allowed to say that. Sometimes. I'm just kidding. Talk away, guys.
FTT.
You guys can see the weather conditions. It's cold and rainy.
Let me get Gilbert John Law.
All right, get him.
Hi, John.
Free guinea pig.
Hi, guys. Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
John, did you fix your car?
Nope, not
It's
yet.
still beautiful. At the Dead Skeleton Show, OMG, I never knew.
Still broke. They have the check for it. They just order in parts.
John got his little rain jacket LMAO.
Yep, I
At
got
Mark
it.
the Mad Shark.
Got my rain jacket.
7 Escalero 35 in the county.
Any update on the cop?
Which one? Which cop?
At the Dead Skeleton Show, laugh it up, smiler.
36, show one right custody.
Angleton's got someone in custody.
How much gas we have?
Ooh, we have 88 miles till we run out. We're gonna have to get some when we haven't got our drink yet either, so I'll bring you guys.
That's your beautiful car.
Yeah, they did. Angleton's excited about something. We'll see what they're talking about. Yeah, let's start out. Let's get our drink. Let's do that first and some gas.
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
John, no run lights law.
I would never.
Yes, I need a coffee, please.
I would never do
Any
that.
update on the cop that hit your car?
Oh no,
I need a Dr. Pepper.
there's not really going to be an update, guys. It was an accident. Accidents happen. Insurance took care of it.
This cold weather is putting everyone in a bad mood.
Definitely.
It was not an accident.
I'll record. I'll let the people decide.
Man, that Houston cop was an asshole.
He wasn't very
You
nice.
know you do, John Law. Stop looking at me now, Law. Buffalo chicken dip with homemade ranch dressing.
All right, I can get that. If they sell that at Buc-ee's, we'll get some.
Hello.
Hello to you. Wax Hustlers here. Welcome in. How about
Let me borrow a cigarette, John Law.
All right, you got it.
No, it's in trunk.
Check your inbox.
Hi.
445 clear. 4
Mocha iced coffee, please.
All right.
I'm down for that. Give me 30 minutes. It'd be right out. Views are some better. John speeding long.
I am not.
I need king-size zigzags. Good morning, John.
Good morning
hey,
to you.
Chad. I said stop looking at me, UGHHH.
All right, you guys be nice in the trunk. Be
Hey,
nice back
Trunkies
there.
and John. Really fucked up my neck from boxing the other day. I should see a chiropractor, but I was back at it today. Fuck pain, I love it.
There you go.
At Elitamarine of 8, hey Tom.
Here I'm.
Monster or Red Bull?
I go Monster because I'm a broke activist.
Good morning, John from UK.
Good morning to you, Kim Clark. Welcome to you.
At Mark V. Matt Shark sparring again. Also need some rolling papers.
All right, let me get you some.
ILL have a iced coffee. At Elitamarine of 8 high.
Guys, if you're new here, my name is John Gray. This is BC Scanner. We're going to listen to the scanner. We're going to record police interactions.
At the Dead Skeleton Show, what's good?
Hit
Have
the-
I missed anything? Just finished work. Cream blunt, please. Get us some alcohol, John. I need a chicken sandwich. Tampons 2 LMAO.
All right, got
I
him.
need a red pack of 100s.
Okay.
At Elitamarine of 8, no. Just getting started.
Just getting
At
started.
Angie 416S, hey. Party starts in 5.
We got to get.
5413 is en route.
At the Dead Skeleton Show, yeah, I love it. Definitely a trapped nerve I've got, haha. Tampons extra large. Hey John, Baby Shark and I is back in the trunk.
Baby Shark.
Big also. Dang truckers, y'all are expensive, LOL.
Yeah.
LOL.
And I'm just a broke activist.
36.
At Elitamarine of 8, alright, I'm ready.
We'll be
I need a brisket burrito and a small baked potato salad.
Gotcha.
What's up, John?
How's it going? I'm doing wonderful. It's Saturday night.
25533. 25533.
The rain stopped. You guys can hear the scanners heating up a little bit.
Hey Elite, let me in the I got pizza.
Guys, just a real quick talk. Remember that when we go in
I need a
public,
Dr. Pepper with a side of Jack.
remember that there may be kids around. You guys know I would
Bar
never.
tonight, John.
Yes.
I need a chocolate sundae.
Guys, remember that when we go in public, there may be kids around. You guys have generally done a good job. I don't want to.
Hey, at the Dead Skeleton Show, you missed the party in the trunk last night. We had Hooter girls. I have a ad.
You have an ad. I'll wait till you come back from the ad till we go in the store.
The lady can't find me. Keep it G-rated.
Yeah, G-rated.
Hey Elite, let me in the trunk. I have pizza, my friend. V. Okay, John.
Because it's already.
I had to add. Got ya. Back now. At Elitamarine of 8, I fell asleep holding the phone.
Also, when we're on a stop or in an interaction, I
At
never
Alicia Simonson Pizza Grants VIP.
ever,
At Elitamarine of
ever
8.
want to make fun of the person that's involved in the police interaction. They're already in a tense situation. And
Dang,
what-
I just had to watch 5 video of ad. Do we need gas at all?
We do. Yes, we do.
Last night was fun.
Last night was fun.
I feel asleep last night. Watch the live last night, John.
I put a lot of people to sleep.
Yes, maybe lower voice.
You don't have to lower your voice. Just say
Okay.
nice things. Try to be funny without being.
How are you
perverts.
doing, Elite?
Elite's here. Let's see. Let's go over here. We got to get steam. Hell, we got to get gas for the car. That's what we got to get.
I watched the TikTok vid earlier if you telling the cop to go off himself. I had a headache, so I fell asleep.
Right, when I'm
2
doing.
pumps and a squirt.
All right.
36 traffic.
We're on pump number 8, guys, just in case I forget. Pump number 8.
I missed most of the live last night cause I had to mod for a friend.
Mary Boy 4096. Victor Mary Boy 4096. Select code. They're gonna log up to East Murder Street.
All right. right, guys, we're on pump number 8. Man, why is everybody...
Pump number 8, y'all.
What's he doing
Don't
over there?
forget to hang the pump up today. At Alicia Simonson, I'm better now. I've just finished 18-hour shift. Now off till Friday, yay. Party, party, party. Dr. Pepper for me. John number 8. Pump 8.
Pump 8, thank you.
Hey po po.
Alright, guys, everybody on your best behavior. Oh, good. Remember, every time it's wet, I fall down in
P.S.
here.
watch you.
Every
F
time it's
that
wet, I
cop.
fall down.
Hammer watching you.
Alright, everybody be
At
good.
Elita Marina 8, that's good. Let's party in the 2.
No?
Large Coke, please.
How's it
Extra
going, man?
ice. Crocodile Dundee at Pump 8. I got a snake in my boots. Yes, please don't fall again.
Yeah, I
At
almost
Elita
fell.
Marina 8, that's good. Let's party in the truck. Pump 69 because it's slippery when wet. John.
That's...
Check his pockets.
Got it.
John. Thank you for following Dino 77,511.
Thank you for the
Needs
follow.
a bigger rug. BLTS.
Need a bigger
John
rec-
has us locked.
trunk.
WTF was that?
That was the door. This
Hello
guy's
all.
sweet. Hello to you.
Tippy toes. I remember when you fell in the gas station.
Yes, that was bad. Remember the phone went flying?
Strangers have the best candy. I got 2.7k points. Get rubbers, John. Glow in the dark ones. Hello strangers, y'all have any candy?
Pump 8. Okay, good.
We need candy, John.
I
Any
need-
peach Pepsi. Yes, the truck needs extra small rubbers.
Get some gas on number 8, 35, I guess.
At CC317812, you know I only mess around with you. Munchies for the trunky party, please, John. My bad, ILL, shut up.
5175.
Oh, man. No.
Hey, cashier.
Hello. Have a good night, sir.
You too, man.
Cashier, don't let him forget my tampons. Hi, cashier.
He got you that.
That's fun. What do y'all got, what are y'all buying?
Hey, cashier, good morning.
Power bar? What you got? Alright, you're trying to stay away from donuts. Alright. Alright, guys, I gotta get gas. We got any calls holding?
At Wax Hustler,
We got any
80
calls
bloody
holding?
nightmare, literally.
Alright, good. How's it going, man? Alright.
Good morning, cashier from UK. Candy. Check the cop's pockets.
That's right.
Candy.
I need you 616 East Mulberry, 616 East Mulberry. Give me a
Dr.
vehicle
Pepper
running
John.
into a house
Good day
and
there
then
trying
make sure
to
you
stay
get
away
this
from
sign.
donuts.
The VPYE
Big
says
Brazoria
that
County
they
hugs.
clear it.
Hey everyone.
A
At
car-
Mark the Mad Shark.
Angleton, a car ran into a house. I think 616 Mulberry.
Nice poor house.
I
At
think they.
Mark the Mad Shark, I'm not mad, just telling you. You already said your weak spots today. Oh boy. At Wax Hustler 80, hey, there goes the ketchup I was about to have. Damn, a house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. OMP. Are we going to that?
Yeah,
Let's go to DeKalb.
it'll take us 8 minutes to get there, guys. You guys gonna hang out for 8 minutes while we get there? We'll get there. We gotta get some steam.
That happens a lot in Bakersfield.
Insurance unconfirmed on a 24 Nissan White.
Let's go. Yes. Someone take this candy away from me, I can't stop eating it. Yes. Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
At Mark the Mad Shark.
The vehicle's running right there. Step up. Wrong thing. 612's around.
What is that?
Or one.
We'll just sit here.
At Bayou Preppers 1, I want some candy. At CC317812OCC, forgive me. Mark the Mad Shark. Someone run in Oa house here, my dad's friend was inside when it happened. Gulf of hockey team who places second long.
That was good. Gulf of hockey team who places second.
Anyone else forget they are not on TikTok and try and tap the screen.
Yeah,
Not Forger to take the hose out again, John.
no, I think I'm good.
416S, I am in Danbury.
I think they said 616 Mulberry. If someone could go check that address, so we have the exact location. We'll see exactly how long it's going to take us to get there.
Traffic detour off of Anderson.
Traffic detour on
I
Anderson.
had to throw in my Canadian joke of the day long. Hurry up.
America.
At Lil Miss Positive 23, yes, every night long. Lil Miss Positive, yeah.
This back
Please
here.
fix me up.
I'm stuck in the trunk. At Bayou Preppers 1.
We might lag if we along the way, guys. Just hang tight. It'll come back. Even if I have to restart the live, just hang in the chat. If the live ever goes down, just wait, because I'll be right back.
34 Clifford, Texas license plate.
Also, you'll notice that chat works even when the stream is not
Why you
started.
video me?
Why you videoing me?
How is the night
Boy
going?
Charles Mary,
So far, so good.
1495. Boy Charles Mary, 1495.
If anyone wants to go back and get that exact address, we will put it in.
Like OMG, can you like stop like at Buckeye Mom 22, okay good, it's not just me. At Elitemarine 8, do you want some of my chips? Okay, something is going down in H-Town. Grizzly is looking they on F-Book. That's good. We got Trevor here.
It's going to be after the long fire tone. Hold on, I'm getting the other phone plugged in so I have GPS.
Clear for driver's license. Gonna be the driver, 50131118.
It stopped raining, yay. Trevor can get the address for you, John.
Yeah.
At Alicia Simonson, is it booty flavor? Long.
Ignore that. It's not closing time. It's not closing time.
602's okay.
At Elitemarine 8, Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Getting into some songs from the last few years now. Danielle Bradley
Something, or I would
first.
get the address for you, John.
Alright.
Lol, sure it is long.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. I know it's on Mulberry Street, I just don't know the numbers.
1951.
Next 51. They might get them out before we get there, guys.
Hope it's not Mr. Mouthy going through another house.
They just called for the wrecker, so
Lil Miss Positive 23 played. Random sound for 1,000 channel points.
sorry it's not so random.
Just look for flashing lights.
SUV right into this house. It's going to be alongside the house, minimal intrusion. All occupants out.
Alright, all occupants out. It didn't run into the house. It's on the side of the house. Do we still want to go?
Wonder if it's Mr. Racist. At Alicia Simonson best kind. Just hope it's the family size pack.
Do we still want to go? Take 8 minutes or more to get there.
Stand by with more.
Let me know.
Yes.
Alright.
Let go.
Well,
Sure.
we can record with this guy. Doesn't have his
Yes.
lights on over there. Oh, come on, guy. Turn your lights
Yeah.
on.
Yes, if there is any- Yes.
Alright, they're
Your
going
call.
to... It may be over by the time we get there. We'll try. Depends on how quick the
Let's go.
wrecker gets there.
Magic
Person's going to be
carpet will
first name
Let's
Adam,
do it.
Nora, Adam,
Yes.
Ivy, Young,
Here for the
Adam,
ride.
last name Charles, Ocean, Nora, Lincoln, Edward, Young, 2508, check.
You decide.
First name Mary, Adam, David, David, Zero, correction, Mary, Adam, David,
Here for
David,
the ride.
Ocean, X-ray, X-ray, last name is Charles, Lincoln, Edward,
the
Mary,
fuel.
Edward, Nora, Tom, Sam, it's going to be 7608.
Well, we can go in Angleton and come back down anyway. We need to film more in Angleton anyway. It's not really a waste.
Single vehicle accident. I'm clear.
Head.
Where do you want to go?
Corner of Mulberry and Anderson, Angleton, Texas.
5600.
Getting directions
At
to
Wax
North
Hustler
Anderson
80
Street,
waste of
Angleton.
bloody fuel.
We got a Lopez, white metal hat, tan jacket, back. We're going to be at Jam.
It's 11 minutes till Mulberry and Anderson.
At Markby Mansion.
209, what's your location?
What's your location?
We're at Jam.
J&M. I'm just going to that location because they said to divert traffic off Anderson.
At Wax Hustler 80 you have single-handedly put me off of red veins.
Green, route with one.
Let's see where everyone is from.
Where are you
Let
from,
John
guys?
know by typing your location. Michigan,
Michigan.
Branson, Missouri, Mississippi, Louisiana. Where are we headed to? At Markby Mansion.
Angleton.
UK here it's 5:30 a.m.
Wow.
North Georgia, New Jersey, Iambic Sea, UTX, Lake Jackson, Texas.
Lake Jackson. Welcome everyone. If you're new, my name is John Gray. This is Brazoria County Scanner. We're listening to the
At
scanner.
El Marina Vado, he's known for nearly a year, leads United Kingdom.
Yeah. It's very rare Angleton actually puts an address out over the air anyway, so it'll be nice to just pop up on it.
At Wax Hustler 80, my favorite color isn't red, thank
It's
goodness
600
it's blue. I'm near Liverpool, UK.
Yes, ma'am. Can you contact the fire company? This vehicle did strike a pole. Fire pole broke the brace on the top of the pole. It's got the thing hanging off of it.
I'm sorry, it's not the phone on what? What did it do?
We had a pole that snapped.
Broke the bracing on the top. It's got the main line hanging off of this pole.
Alright, we're just now entering Angleton. We're 7 minutes away.
At Wax Hustler 80, there we go, blue, blue, blue. Where are we going to?
We're gonna go to Angleton to a house. The car that ran in to the side of the house, from what we're able to ascertain.
A few on from UK today, are we all insomniacs?
Right. Or just early birds. Mark is a trooper. He's here all the time.
9 Hodge is going to be clear.
Yes, sir.
At Kimmy 88, I just got home.
Lots of blue things in the chat. Don't know what they are, but they're blue things. Lots of them.
Can I get a crash number?
Mark never sleeps, I think he's a vampire.
He has to be a vampire. He absolutely has to be a vampire.
At Kimmy 88, nope, I survive on 4 hours sleep a night, have done for 20 odd years. At Elitamarina 8, where you been at this time? At Mark the Mad Shark Blue.
He's from the UK too, if I remember right. Tom, you're from the UK too, right?
At Kimmy 88 working. At Ruva 210, I'm a vampire with a day pass.
Yeah, I was hoping we weren't going to pull into Angleton here and it was going to be raining.
At Mark the Mad Shark.
All right, we're 4 minutes away, guys. Alright, this is where Angleton always likes to pull me over.
Show engine 3 on scene. Command,
All
what you want this
vampires
engine?
in UK not been sleep yet, scared I won't wake up for appointment at hospital.
You just pull up behind command if you want to, and
Northwest.
just need a
Hell
report
yeah,
bus.
brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Terry's here too.
Terry's
I'm from
here.
UK here listening.
10-4.
John, those are at Mark the Mad Shark Blue Balls. Lol, well, we love all our UK family.
That's what it
At
was.
Angie416S, Angie appears to have the giggles. At Mark the Mad Shark, I run off 4 hours a day as well. That's when I function at my best.
You can attach me back with 23, please.
What's up, John? Everyone, Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
At Lil Miss Positive 23, that's all you need, isn't it? Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
At Mark the Mad Shark, yes. We don't care for Camilla, but that is not nor here or there. At Lil Miss Positive 23, me too, sometimes a hour. At Wax Hustler 80, oh, I've had them, I think.
Thank you for that's clear.
John, I need more munchies back here in the trunk.
All right.
I'm lacking energy, lol.
Passing it out for everybody.
At Mark the Mad Shark. At Lil Miss Positive 23 Defo.
3600.
Go ahead.
515 Mexico's been notified.
Looks like Texas has a bipolar weather.
It really does.
Right here.
At Elitamarine 8, I have Pringles and Palm Bears.
Let's go.
Is the insurance showing? Confirmed.
At Wax Hustler 80, not on purpose, of course. I got buffalo chicken dip.
All right. So here comes the fire department pulling out where probably we need to go.
Has Chris been around lately, John? I've not seen him in the chat.
I seen him.
Terry
We saw him
sleeps in
yesterday.
daytime to be up for 3S.
I just saw the fire department pull out, so I'm gonna go down.
At Kimma Clark 88, don't mind if I do. Not nom. Nom nom. At Elitamarine 8, I told you you could have some of mine munchies, my friend.
Engine 4 is all seen.
Engine 4 is all seen. We just saw him leave there, and it has to be right up here. So let's go. We're at the world's longest light, so. My calculations are correct. Should be right.
At
over here.
Elitamarine 8, easiest thing to eat at this time long. Has it been raining all day, John?
Pretty much, yes. Alright, we're gonna watch for power lines, and rain is starting to pick up a little more. We'll be fine though.
At Wax Hustler 80, Chris has been driving crazy hours.
Make sure we got our flashlight.
At CC317812, I'm sure. I figured you'd know. Damn rain, go away.
That's right. Rain, go away.
Is that flashing lights ahead?
Yeah, guys, we've been here. You guys didn't see them? Let's see. I want to look at the power line so we know where. I don't want to run into a power line.
Somebody just hit me in the leg with their elbow. My dog is snoring way too loud. What's going on, Erect?
How's it going, man? Where are the power lines at? I don't want to run into them. All right.
Kim Clark 88, okay, no problem. At Alicia Simonson at Kim Clark 88, mind is that 24/7. Typical English bulldog law. John, you need to be fighting for money like me, especially if you like cash and blood. At Chrysalis 19933, yes, car wrecked into a house.
I'm watching what he's looking for, the power lines.
At Ellen Marina 8, I got the pizza tonight.
How's it going?
DoorDash just dropped off cheese sticks and wings SSS. You can't park there, that's not a parking spot.
It's definitely not a parking spot.
Marina 8, mine's a Jack Cross pug, he's lil but takes over bed and snores.
All right, tonight.
How do you want it?
You can't park there. Where is this?
This is in Angleton. This is on Mulberry Street.
Wow, that's bad. OMG, how does that happen?
Not
Definitely shoulda went inside for
sure.
coffee.
Power lines are safe.
Bring the pizza and wings in the trunk. Oh my, that's a bad night. God damn, that guy's a unit on his own. Nice wake up call. Do you have an umbrella, John?
Nope. I got my rain jacket on though.
Dang. At Ellington Marina 8, right. Is everyone okay? What happened? He lost control or what?
Yeah, probably because it's raining, guys. Looks like it came right through here. Looks like it started. Here's where you see the.
Well, bet that's speed that caused it. I bet that was a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Hope everyone is okay. Hope everyone is okay. Where is this?
Angleton.
Glad he missed the pole.
Yeah. Barely. Look. It might have actually
Snakes
clipped.
like rain.
Might have clipped some of the pole. If you look, the pole has some notches on it. We got car parts here.
He got lucky.
Very lucky. Let's get out of their way over here.
I see. It could be medical related. At CC317812. I didn't know Eddie Hall was a firefighter long.
I'll be around there.
They did it for Dale. They got the whole force out there.
Everybody's out here, guys.
Raise hell. Excuse me, Mr. Record Guy. Can you keep the noise down? Trying to nap here long. Anyone get arrested?
No. No, I don't think anybody got arrested. I didn't hear anything about an arrest. Get out of their way. They're working, guys. They're working. I'm just standing around.
That's one hell of a wake-up call. Geez, I'd be so mad.
Oh, that tree's starting to catch on fire. Oh, that's a power line. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I'll leave that up to you guys. I know, but I don't want it coming down on my head either. All right, guys, so the tree is actually starting to catch on fire up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That was right above my head.
You guys have a calendar.
So they can't put water on electrical fire, right? But I'm not standing over there. I have seen these arc before. I'm gonna step back a little bit. I've seen them arc.
Did anyone get hurt?
I have seen these arc before, like a lot, and it's raining, so I'm actually gonna. I ain't got none of that protective stuff on. I don't think my rain jacket's gonna save me from that, so we'll step back.
Wow, John, you really do risk it. Close to the transformer too, and it's raining.
Guys, if
fire in Angleton Bio.
hey, at least the fire department's here already. Yeah, it's gonna catch that tree, man. I guess it's kind of wet.
Tell that to the rain law. Fire BYOB.
I'm gonna get out over this power line too.
If I was there, I could climb the tree and piss on the fire lawn. Can you go roast some marshmallows? At Hinkinsel 361 BYO barbecue.
I don't even want to be there.
Wait
This
for the
one.
transformer to blow. At the Dead Skeleton Show. Firefighters primarily use carbon dioxide Code 2 fire extinguishers to put out electrical fires, but this Code 2 displaces oxygen. Thank you for following Nitros _.
Thank you for the
It
follow.
means something's getting blown. Exclamation mark. Ads. Watching ads are a way for you to support what DC Scanner does without you guys sending bits or subscribing. Subscribe to go ad free. Thank you for all your support. That is Loki Dangers. Thank God the car missed the house. 19 plays. Random sound for 1,000 channel points. Oh no, the tow truck looks to be right under it.
I was thinking that. So that
I need to piss on it. That record driver is in a bad spot.
definitely.
That is dangerous. Water won't stop it. They'll have killed the current. Let it burn, let it burn. They called electric tow. I hope the people in the house are aware. At Hinkinsel 361 calm down Usher Law. Move that tow truck. At Ellis Marina 8. Burn baby burn disco inferno.
I just saw him look up at the power line,
Yeah.
so.
Dang, I got ads back, and can't resub right now. Not safe there. Somebody call 911, the fire is burning on the dance floor. We gotta rock down to Electric Avenue and then we'll take it higher. If the PPL in the house aren't aware we've got bigger problems. I can't believe they're letting people walk around. You would block it off in my days of firefighting. Firemen are watching. John, I say we pass s'mores out. Tow truck, hurry up and move. Wait, I am subbed still. Why did I get ads?
I'm not sure. That's not acceptable if you are. I think he's just gonna pull it out of there.
At Wax Hustler 80 bloody hell.
We're gonna stand back a little.
At Elitemarina 8 out in the street out in the daylight.
Alright, looks like it went out.
At Marky Matt Shark Hill, you got the marshmallows.
Yeah, that line is going, guys. Does anyone know the policies on Twitch if someone gets electrocuted? Just asking for a friend.
That was weird.
I hit my light up there for them so they can see.
None, just nobody better run across naked. Is it out? Or is it out? At Infinsol 361, you name it, I've got it. Yay, it says I'm subbed until March 23rd. Oh Jeezy, no electrocutions tonight, please.
I just need to know the platform policies on it. I'm new here.
None, probably.
None, probably.
At Buckeye Mom 22, it didn't show the purple star earlier, now it does. Good job, John, that's a bright idea. At Jamianicolevye IDK is weird long. Twitch don't really have any rules, just don't be swinging around or junk doing the helicopter or anything. Is there any damage to the house, John?
No, they said it just barely clipped the house. I think the tree and the pole did most of the damage. We got a train coming through, guys. It's gonna get really loud.
John, I keep tapping the screen OMFG.
I don't know what happens if you tap the screen.
At Infinsol 361. Glad they didn't go any further. Nothing happens if you tap the screen.
Nothing happens if you tap the screen?
At
Okay.
Infinsol 361. It
Alright.
pauses. What business is that bot? It kinda looks like the fire is still going.
It is.
Nope, nothing. Hype train. All aboard.
Thank you. We got a hype train, guys.
I should test the theory and see if I get banned for doing the helicopter.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Get away from this.
Glad everyone is safe.
I'm glad everyone is safe too.
Choo choo.
Thank you for the follow.
Tree is alight again. Thank you for following Boy Mom 2322. Where's this at?
This is in Angleton. This is on Mulberry. That's the Anderson over there. So this is on the corner of Anderson and Mulberry.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
So I did hear them. They called for.
Now we are cooking. At Infinsol 361. Are they just for following Travis Wheeler?
You guys, you can't
They're
put.
always Dixon Angleton to you.
You can't put water on electrical fire, guys. It would turn out not good.
They are all fixing to really have no power. Thank you for following Digital Papa.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
The electricity current would follow through the water.
Yeah, guys, you can't put
Little
water
Barrel
on electrical fire.
420 Play. Random sound for 1,000 channel points.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.
The tree down.
Chop the tree down. I don't know about
And
chopping
then
the
you
tree.
would be toast. Hello, first responders. Thank you for your work and dedication.
Power company's gonna need to come and trust it.
Let's chop it down.
Let's chop it down.
Go for it, bud.
They're adamant they don't want the tree chopped.
All right. I don't think they're gonna chop the tree down, guys. It's just something tells me.
We can all take a leaf out of the firefighter's book on this one.
How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I got my hands full. I shake
This
your
is
hand.
probably the best show ever, officer. You got any S? Mores. Just cheer 200 bits.
Thank you for the 200 bits. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, the tree's coming back. Tree's coming back.
Where is the firefighter's calendar? Ask that cop if they are down for some s'mores.
They want your calendar, guys. All right. All right, that tree's just not giving up, guys. Looks like this other.
John, stop looking at that firefighter's butt.
So I'm not
I
looking
would
at.
buy two.
I'm not looking at the firefighter's butt. Stop it. I guess I missed what got their attention on the other one.
It's the power company coming.
Oh yeah, they're
John
going.
likes to set things on fire.
It wasn't me, guys. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Join the huddle. At TKG, thank you for the bits.
Thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it, guys.
We're gonna open traffic.
All right, all right.
Or cut off.
All right.
Sorry I can't sub.
That's all right. That's all right.
Are they in speedos in their calendar?
Oh, the tree's going.
John, see that tree on fire. Don't worry, we got John under investigation. John has warrants for setting things on fire.
I don't have warrants for setting things on fire.
Hey,
Stop saying that.
let's all park underneath the power lines. Look at the eye candy. For sure. I used to sub on TikTok.
Well, we're still on TikTok, guys. We're still on TikTok. We just do an hour a day over here, then we come over here. I guess they.
Run John's name. He's got arson charges for starting that fire.
It's not me. It wasn't me this time, guys. I'm assuming that house just lost lights. What do you think? I would assume. And the one next.
John's an arsonist.
I am not.
Yeah, I just can't resubscribe. They got the whole police department out.
Yeah.
Yes, they just lost power.
Yeah, I think so too.
I bet they ain't got no power.
I would think that's a pretty fair guess.
John's a fire starter. Twisted fire starter.
Thank you for the bits.
John the Fireman. Why is Pete's being mean to John tonight? At El Tamarina 8 Law. Trim that bush.
What did she say?
I opened the road with a fire.
Alright, this is the power company here, guys. Texas, New Mexico. I couldn't remember if they said it's our center point of Texas, New Mexico.
361 party.
Alright. There's the power company.
Exclamation mark. PA. Cash App extra good donations are appreciated but never solicited. If you choose to donate, they are non-refundable.
Guys, we reached we reached 1,000 followers over here yesterday. Thank you so much, by the way.
Those firefighters can trim my bush.
So thirsty. So
That was so awesome, John. Congratulations. Haha. I thought that said Trump on the side of his truck.
No,
if
it
you
says...
got warrants, tickets, or anything tags out, now's the time to go to the store.
Yeah, now's the time. If you're in Angleton...
Simply_Brit. Wow. At Simply_Brit. At El Tamarina 82 Law.
Yeah, if your tags are out, now's a good time to go in Angleton. Lights are still working down here, guys. Guys, if you're
John's
new here...
bush trimming service.
Guys,
Bushes normally get waxed.
Guys, if you're new here, my name is John Gray. This is BC Scanner. We listen to the scanner. We record police interactions. That's what we do here. Ooh, that's warm right there. That's a spot. That is warm right there. Now I see the secret. Alright, that's more
At
power.
Wax Hustler 80, I got the snacks tonight. At Wax Hustler 80.
Alright, power company's pulling up.
I have waxed too long if they down to get sticky. And we watch trees on fire law.
Yes, and we watch trees on fire, yes. Also of interest, I guess. Let's put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, guys. Put it in the chat. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is on Mulberry. And I guess the closest cross street would be Anderson. We're in Angleton, Texas.
Film tree fires.
The maroon truck you saw earlier ran into the house, knocked over the pole. Pole started arcing. The power company's here now to fix it, so.
Always film 50.
Always film 50. Always film 50. That's a quick recap.
Always film 50.
Always.
Power company employee that's speeding. Absolutely shocking behavior. Always film 50. Always remember film pigs. Always film fires.
Always film fires, right. Well, I knew. I did see I did see the people that were involved in the accident. I didn't put them on camera. They weren't being bothered by the police, so I let them make it. They were clearly traumatized. I didn't think we needed to capture that, so they were quite young. I can say
Always
that.
ask if they have a calendar.
Always ask if they have a calendar. Oh man, it feels so warm in here now. Let me get the scanner. It was making noises a minute ago. Make sure we plug the scanner in.
It's blowing up like you thought it would. Call the emergency services. Same number, same hood. It's all good.
Alright, we got a train over there. Guys, I guess we can leave Angleton right away. They're going to be tied
Never
up.
set trees on fire.
That's not nice. It's not nice to set trees on fire. Let's get back to work, guys. I think we're going to go down 288B, get back to our regular scheduled program. It's midnight. The bars in Lake Jackson will close at 1. We should be
Congrats on 1.1k followers on here, John.
there. Isn't that amazing?
Well, that was fun, John. Something different to watch.
Yes.
Just hope the house owners get back to normal with power ASAP.
Yeah, that would be...
Yes, they will see notes for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah, they're not going to use the radio. Definitely not going to.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Those things are going to be
you
good.
guys back in as well? Affirmative.
288B has a Diddy party going on. Lots of baby oil and beer, tequila and everything.
We're probably missing it.
Are we gonna stay in Angleton all night?
No, we're going to go back down 288B, record everything in between.
Thirty-three. Copy. This is 27.
Alright, this is iffy because I don't have my left turn signal. Remember, it's out. It was taken out by Clute.
40, 20, 90, 70, 80.
Guys, if you're new here, hit the follow
What
button
up,
for me.
John?
You don't know that's what I'm doing. We're gonna mosey because we don't want to go into a house ourselves. That would be bad. Which could happen. It's wet. The roads are slick.
I got a mail over here off the CS.
You guys are cracking those firefighters up. I love that. You guys are cracking them up.
9073.
Sure I do. Exclamation mark. No cop. BC scanner is not a cop. We listen to the scanner and record police interactions. Yes, I heard you do it.
You guys can hear everything over here.
Welcome to the stream, everyone. This is John. He's a crocodile boots walking. Packet of red smoking. Hey, can't stop talking. Always film 5.0 recording. BC scanner guy.
That's
He
me.
listens to the scanner and records police interactions. If you enjoy your stay, please let John know by hitting that follow button. Hey, did you now if you have Amazon Prime, you get to redeem a free subscription per month.
That's what you
All
get to
you've
do.
got to do is link your account to Twitch and away you go.
Texas ID 20073347.
Alright, we got an arrow.
Were you able to get in contact with the key holder?
Negative, they were attempted.
10-4. Can you try again and see if this mail's allowed to be here?
I even caught on when they said trim the bush and John mumbled that's what she said.
Alright. Yeah, you guys got good hearing over here.
Hustler 80.
Let's go see what other mischief we'll get into tonight. I'm glad we went to that call. That was something different, definitely. I was actually worried for the tow truck guy. That lion, I've seen lions fall before. Guys, one time I streamed like an hour. Had 1,000 people watching a telephone pole burn.
Me too.
And I couldn't believe how many people watched the telephone pole burn. I had like 1,000 people watching on Facebook. 1,000 people watching a telephone pole. It was just barking like that for like an hour.
I was there that call.
Amber, you remember? I was like, I don't get it.
Too.
Yeah, it's like an hour-long call on a.
Can we get some hearts in the chat for our guy John and all the amazing content?
Amber, you made it over
was
here to
fun.
Twitch.
Yes, sir. I remember that.
Yeah. Amber, I didn't know you made it over here to Twitch. Welcome. How did I miss you? I could tell it to read me the usernames before you chat, but it would be confusing, don't you think? What do you think if I turned on and then what you say? I could turn it on. I just figured that'd be a lot of talking. Alright guys, we're going to go down 288B. We're going to record everything in between. We see red and blue lights. We hear about red and blue lights. We're going to record it. I figured allegedly Facebook's algorithm is going to change in March. We'll add them to our repertoire of platforms again.
Illinois, you can hear me 10-8 close mark.
Exclamation mark. CA. I mean if it makes you feel better and not having to keep looking at the phone, then sure why not.
Yeah.
Cash App extra good donations are appreciated but never solicited. If you choose to donate they are non-refundable. I am glad it stopped raining.
Me too. It's sprinkling, but it's I can work in this. It's very cold. Let's try it. Next time we stop, we'll try it with the usernames turned on.
You need a heated jacket.
Pretty warm. I got my rain jacket on. I got a jacket. I got a shirt and an undershirt. I got my beanie hat if we need it. I should have had it on that last stop though. And I have my gloves. But I would rather it be 70 degrees.
Next week it will be warmer, John.
I saw sit back to 70s. I can't wait actually. I really hate cold weather. I'll never complain about heat. I'll complain about cold all day. Although it was complaining during the hurricane when we didn't have power for like a week or whatever.
52-564, 52-564.
I was kind
Or
of
what I
complaining.
would do for 70 degrees here.
Just the week before this, we were riding around with the top down.
Sheesh, John. You're gonna make me have to strip down to my trunks back here in the trunk if you keep that heater going.
Everybody keep your clothes on.
734, come back this way.
It's 27 degrees here.
That's too cold.
Yeah, that sucked. I got put in the hospital during the hurricane.
Oh boy. The good thing is they got the hospitals up pretty quick. They usually make those a priority. Or if they even go down, most of them have generators. If you live around the hospital, you usually come up pretty quick too.
Yes, they did, but we kept losing power at the hospital too, like it kept going in and out.
Oh. Well, that could be
We're gonna have a heat wave tomorrow. It's gonna 40 degrees long.
oh man, that's what we're at right now. I'm 42 and I'm whining. Let me double check. We're 45 and I'm whining. But it's not just me. If you look, everybody's freezing. We're not used to it.
I still think that hurricane was stronger than they said it was.
I do too. I believe you're right.
At Buckheim on 22 we act like we melting over in the UK when we get that kind of heat. At Elitamarine 8 White Wall.
It's 415, show us responding.
Are you guys people changing?
Montgomery Gentry showing up.
That's correct.
Listen what it's going.
Now the rain's coming back.
Damn it, the rain is back.
See that?
No. Go away, rain, we are working.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Rain, 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 woo. Party in the rain. Elite Marine DH says singing in the rain. I'm happy again. KDKD2X _ says where we heading.
We are just going back down 288B. Angleton's going to be wrapped up on that for a while. No point in saying that. I'm going to get centers, so we're close to 3 different towns. Freeport, Clute Lake, Jackson. Also, bar closing start in about 40 minutes, so.
Alicia Simonson says bars will be closing soon.
Very soon.
J. Heinrich 38 says Alvin has a call at Walmart.
Boy.
Mallory Jonas says hi John.
Hello to you, Mallory.
Mallory Jonas says, do you remember me from last night?
I do. I remember you from the chat. If I recorded you, I don't remember that.
The Dead Skeleton Show says.
Is that an umbrella?
Infant Soul 361 says tree fire went out.
Yeah. Tree fire definitely was out. Well, as soon as they kill the power, then they can put water on it if it escalates. But I don't think it's going to in the rain. What do I know though? I'm just a guy holding the phone.
KDKD2X__ says slow jams got me falling asleep.
Wake up!
Elite Marine V8 says who's awake and still with us.
I was just gonna
Type
say.
1 in the chat.
I was
The
just
Dead
gonna say
Skeleton
that.
Show says 1.
Dead skeleton.
Mallory Jonas says 1.
And Mallory's awake.
Wilvis Positive 23 says and we are just people stuck in the trunk with the man who holds the phone. Best team ever. Little Bear 0420 says 1. TK Gene says 1. CC 317812 says I'm asleep.
She's asleep, but
Lucky
typing.
Imam 22 says 1. Alicia Simonson says 1. Tammy Hayes 811 says 1.
Hey, our numbers went up a little bit when we were recording the fire, so
Thomas 30,951 says 1.
Thomas is awake. Tammy's awake.
Mallory Jonas says I'm in the trunk wall.
You're in the trunk.
Lee Julie 1978 says 1. Angie 416 says 1. Chris Ellis 19,933 says 1.
What do you guys think with the usernames? Is it annoying? I turned on the usernames. Makes it easier for me, but could be a lot of chatter.
Elite Marine V8 says 104 viewers. Going strong. J. Heinrich 38 says 1. Lucky Imam 22 says 1 million. Wax Hustler 80 says is falling asleep.
5602,
TK Gene says I like it.
Okay with
All
it?
right.
4, yeah, we clear.
Angie 416 says I like it.
All right.
Chris Ellis
600 Angle, keep
19,933
showing
says
units
it
clear
don't
the
sound
scene.
bad.
All right. All angle.
Element says thank you for following the underscore Gauze.
Thank you for following. So they just cleared all the Angleton fire from that scene. Guys, if you've been following, if you've been
Bio Preppers 1 says oh wow look at the sky. Wax Hustler 80 says the rain is making me sleepy.
look what's still here, guys. Is this like the official Honda mascot of the channel? Is that our official Honda mascot? Come get your Honda.
Elite Marine V8 says whatever is best for you, John. We just the trunkies.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I thought it would be bad, but our Honda's still at Sarah's. No plates.
Little Bear 0420 says yes.
It's still there.
Alicia Simonson says it's still there.
It's still there.
The underscore Goss says heyo. Are you a cop or just a cop watcher?
I'm a cop watcher. That's what we do.
J Heinrich 38 says no cop. Bayou Preppers 1 says make sure the windows are up. Mallory Jonas says I'm about to go to bed though I'm getting up at 5:50 a.m. My mom has to sing tomorrow for church so I'm going with her to practice and have to be there at 7 a.m.
Oh, good morning. Good night to you and have a blessed day. That is awfully early though.
Lee Julie 1978 says no cop. Nightbot says DC scanner is not a cop. We listen to the scanner and record police interactions. Bayou Preppers 1 says where are you going now, John?
Just floating around a little bit.
1936.
I don't have any calls.
Stream Element says thank you for following Helen 711901.
Helen, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
736. Can you put yourself on one roll, please?
Bayou Preppers 1 says I need something sweet. Joanne 8775 says I want to test drive that Honda.
19,
I bet it would be some fun donuts in the parking lot hall. Bayou Preppers 1 says sweet.
It's 12:22.
Lil Miss Positive 23 says anyone who has Amazon Prime can sub for free from their Amazon account from their computer.
That's right.
Mallory Jonas says always film 50.
Always, always.
GPK Gene says is the carpet repaired.
Not yet. I gave them the check. They're ordering the parts.
Mallory Jonas says John, I saw that yellow light mall. Comet 2004 says where are we heading to John?
I'm just gonna
The
go to.
underscore Goss says do cops ever give you a hard time for filming?
Yeah, I've been arrested 5 times for filming.
TK Gene says allegedly.
Allegedly, right. Yeah, I've been arrested 5 times. Never been convicted of a crime though. Five arrests, no convictions, can't get a job. So we're stuck cop watching. Even though I've never been convicted of a crime. I mean, never. Not even a traffic ticket.
The underscore Goss says why did they arrest if there's nothing to be convicted of?
Because you can't beat the...
Elite Marine B8 says cops are slowly learning.
Yeah, because...
Angie 416 says America. Bayou Preppers 1 says I've been arrested one time for pouring out someone's beer.
Bayou. Shame, I'm just kidding. Because you can't beat the ride. That's what we had to teach people all the day. Our main goal is to teach people to SDFU. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk your way right into a cage.
Infantsoul 361 says if anyone wants to know John's scanner, he uses Unication G5 online scanner SDS 200.
Those are the scanners. Infinite Souls has it down.
TK Gene says party foul Bayou.
Definitely a party foul.
Bayou Preppers 1 says it was the wrong beer.
Okay, just back out of Station 1.
Chris Ellis 19,933 says a full 30 days in jail long.
Longest,
TK Gene says long.
yeah, the only time longest time I spent was 12 hours. Because Brazoria County doesn't have any preset bonds. So you have to see a judge, and the judge just rubber stamps everything. They don't actually evaluate. Like you'll see watch Houston, watch Fort Bend County, or Harris County, sorry. Watch even Galveston. They're actually broadcast the bond hearings.
Bayou Preppers 1 says don't make me mad, ILL pour out you beer.
Don't pour out my beer, Bayou. So the problem is everything, every arrest that the cops make, there is not an actual judge here.
Little Bear 0420 says I did 3 months.
There is not an actual judge that'll actually sit down and look at the probable cause. So the judges around here are just complete jokes. They just rubber stamp everything the cops say. So you better record and you better shut the hell up. Because you don't stand a chance in the just us system. You have to record and you have to shut up. Even if you're innocent, shut up. Your lawyer is going to appreciate you. Even innocent people shouldn't talk to the cops.
Bayou Preppers 1 says it was destruction of property.
Really? Did you do a hard time for that, Bayou? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
Bayou Preppers 1 says yeah, yes. Bayou Preppers 1 says F cops. Alicia Simonson says that's alcohol abuse law.
Let's see what's happening in downtown. See what the night's going to be like. The rain may have kept everyone home. I'm not seeing a lot of vehicles on the street, so everyone may have decided to sit at home with a movie or a book. It's cold, it's rainy.
Corey Smith. We're moving on with some music you've been into. Start with Tyler Rake.
Elite Marine V8 says his work classed as jail. If so, I am never out. Feels like a life sentence. Bayou Preppers 1 says the cops was mad because I poured out my husband beer.
Your
Attention,
husband's
Clear EMS, first out, first down. We need you en route to Creekside Nursing Home. Creekside Nursing, room 56, room 56, for a male that fell and hit the back of his head. Is currently on blood thinners. Time 028.
Bayou Preppers 1 says destruction of private property cost me $550.
Man. Did that money go to the state or the victim? AKA your husband.
Bayou Preppers 1 says the state. Michael Williams 2021 says John, I do have a question, I will text you privately about it.
Alright.
The Dead Skeleton Show says oh no grandpa.
Did you end up on probation?
Bayou Preppers 1 says the bad thing is ILL do it again. Bayou Preppers 1 says no.
Oh, so it's just a misdemeanor. It wasn't felony beer pouring outing. It was misdemeanor beer pouring outing. Yes.
Bayou Preppers 1 says Class C.
Class C, yeah. Yeah, it's dead down here, guys. I think everybody stayed home tonight.
Infinsol 361 says I'm on probation. It's so fucking ass fuck the state. All they want is money, money, money.
Yep.
Bayou Preppers 1 says I don't like beer. I'm a jack girl.
Oh my god, you brought beer? Pouring it out. Alright, nothing to see here. Guys, we are listening to Scanner. Scanner's all the way up. You can see from the...
Michael Williams 2021 says I whether not say it on here because you got cops watching long.
there are cops that watch, yes. Be very cautious of that, guys, yes. Yeah. Yeah, don't...
289.
Elite Marine B8 says I know I'll definitely be staying home tonight. Drinking some of that JD.
So, basically the only person who should ever hear your side of the story is your attorney.
Lee Julie 1978 says like straight back and fireball. D Whitten 001 says my wife and I stayed home playing Call of Duty and working a puzzle.
That sounds fun. I like Call of Duty. I suck at it, but I love playing it. I haven't played it in a while. Maybe I should pick it up again. When 6 first came out, I played it a lot, but I haven't played it in a little bit. I saw on TikTok that they said Call of Duty is not as many hackers anymore.
Alicia Simonson says I like Call of Duty Modern Warfare was my favorite.
One patient, one rider, non-emergent.
Have they taken care of all the hackers over there on Call of Duty? Because I was just getting... Well, I'm not good at it, but they were taking me out left and right.
Alicia Simonson says but those damn juggernauts men would get me all the time and I blow them. Chris Ellis 19,933 says I play Call of Duty Mobile. Michael Williams 2021 says the dead skeleton is not bad so. Elite Marine D8 says I've lost the love for Call of Duty. Alicia Simonson says blow them up I mean with the missile.
I was gonna...
001 says yes.
I wasn't gonna touch that comment with a 10-foot pole. I was just gonna act like I didn't hear it. Thank you for clarifying. I wasn't touching that comment with a 10-foot pole. Because all I heard was, never mind. It's a family show.
Alicia Simonson says I am dying laughing over here I'm crying.
I wasn't touching that comment. It's like, okay. I'm hoping that she's going to clarify what she was trying to say.
Michael Williams 2021 says that's what she said John Long. TK Jean says blow. That's what we all heard on the fam show. CC 317,812 says I had to bite my tongue too.
So, how many other people were like, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it. I finally broke the awkward silence. I think we all just waited for her to clarify it.
TK Jean says me.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Alicia Simonson says you're the only cried over here from laughing so much.
Okay, you got.
CC 317,812 says 1.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't.
Wax Hustler 80 says, with that being said, I'm out. Good night.
Good night, Wax Hustler.
Infant Soul 361 says, say it, John.
Nope, it's a family show. I'm being good. You guys got me nerd laughing over here. Okay, alright, get it together.
TK Jean says, I'm laughing just like that. Alicia Simonson says, at least I clarified. Infant Soul 361 says, say it, damn it, LMAO. Bucky Imam 22 says, WTF did I miss? Michael Williams 2021 says, that's what Pan said last night, John Wall, just joking.
Okay, alright. I'm a professional. I'm getting back to work now. Whew.
Lucky Imam 22 says, I'm actually scared to find out. Alicia Simonson says, I love it over here. Elite Marine V8 says, is it possible to play as a juggernaut?
I don't know. Okay, alright. Back to work.
Infant Soul 361 says, John shit himself.
Alright, we've been driving around. The only thing I have is
That's community center.
this is a ambulance call at the old folks home,
911 clear.
which happens every night.
Joanne 8775 says, oh, I'm grabbing my golf cart keys. We all going for a ride down the road from my house.
Alright.
A Popo just came up with lights and sirens. Then
Where?
some other Popo cars. 3
Where?
undercovers.
Where at?
Infant Soul 361 says John's laughing because the Coot Gate is his wallpaper.
Hey, where is that at? Where's that at? It's not local, is it? That sounds like...
Mallory Jonas says that's a good boy law.
It's not local. Is it local? Because we'll go. We got nothing else to film, so... Let's save some gas.
TK Jean says, where Joanne? Joanne 8775 says no.
Alright. Well, maybe we'll all go watch your Twitch stream. You got more excitement than we do.
The Dead Skeleton Show says Joanne is in New Orleans.
Oh, gotcha.
Joanne 8775 says I'm in Sorrento, Louisiana.
Well, we can all go watch your Twitch stream. Go record it.
Mallory Jonas says good night, I'll be listening though while I'm sleeping.
Thank you, Mallory.
TK Jean says Louisiana.
Yeah, I've recorded on Bourbon Street before.
I'm not seeing anybody on property. Who's the RO for that 20?
There's a RO for that 20. That's Clute.
RO's going to be at John Wiley out of Brazoria. We don't have that name in-house.
Alright, that's Clute.
Central, appreciate it.
Infant Soul 361 says tell us why you was laughing.
Due to the... she was never... I can't, guys. I can't.
Mallory Jonas says I love you. Joanne 8775 says oh chick. He gonna wait a minute cause some more just came flying by with the wee-woo lights.
Yeah. Remember, I'm a trained professional. Be careful. Cops are dangerous people.
Mallory Jonas says I love you, John.
Oh, thank you so
Infant
much.
Soul 361 says you can do it. Alicia Simonson says cause we were talking about Call of Duty and I didn't finish what I was typing and I hit the send button before I could finish what I was typing, that's why he was laughing.
So she ended it with blow them. I said it. There, I said it. Glad you guys can't see my face. I'm sure it's red right now. She meant to type blow them up, and she just said blow them.
Joanne 8775 says lol.
I caught it. I heard it, and then I looked up on the screen to make sure I heard.
Infinsoul 361 says blow them.
It's like, I was starting to say, do you want to play Call of Duty?
Mallory Jonas says lol.
I was going to say, one day we have to play Call of Duty. I want to play with
TK
you.
Jean says everybody. Heard. Little Bear 0420 says LMFAO.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to play Call of Duty with me. Ooh, I better stop.
Alicia Simonson says lol.
Unsecured, I'll take a note. Newport Tower.
TK Jean says STTTTAAAAWWWP. Infinsoul 361 says John wants to blow them. Joanne 8775 says I turned the volume down on my phone because at first I thought the sirens were on this line, and I found out wrong long.
Oh.
Lee Julie 1978 says LMAO. Blake _ dog 1 says how's your night?
It's going wonderful. How about you? I don't know why it didn't read the... Oh, it's not reading the mentions.
Blake _ dog 1 says it's great.
Good, good.
Thomas 30,951 says has it stopped raining?
It has raining, but I think...
Infinsoul 361 says if John blows them 20 is 20.
You know what it is. You know it. It has stopped raining, but I think it's kept most of the people inside tonight. Look at the roads.
TK Jean says no, the mentions are dropped.
I see that. I can turn that on too.
Parking lot, right there in front of the white pillars.
Parking lot. That's Clute. They're doing something. Let me go see if I can find them.
Elite Marine V8 says I might reinstall Call of Duty, just for the zombies part of it.
I like the zombie.
Thomas 30,951 says don't manage the Q word.
I almost did. Did I say it?
Joanne 8775 says I have a question.
Nine, ten,
Would it be rude if I gave some preparation H to my pain in the beat neighbors? Joanne 8775 says asking for a friend long.
Nope, that's not rude at all.
TK Jean says and they're letting you know. Weird. Long. Bayou Preppers 1 says strangers have the best candy. Hi, I'm the stranger.
They have the best candy.
Rylan R says hey. Alicia Simonson says I didn't like the zombies, it scared me. Bucky Imam 22 says I hate zombies. J Heinrich 38 says white something parking lot.
Something white a white parking lot?
Joanne 8775 says I'm in the Fred haha.
Yeah, they said they didn't want to give a location, but they said white car in the parking lot is what I think they said. So we'll just check parking lots.
Alicia Simonson says but my son would always try to get me to play zombies, he liked the zombies. The Dead Skeleton Show says Bucky Imam 22 says I've played zombies so much it's boring now. Elite Marine V8 says old zombies used to be so effing good.
Yeah. Alright, so we should see them because it sounds like half the force is here. We'll check the life apartments. We'll check go up to the AB, see if we find them.
Alicia Simonson says me and my son would always play Nuketown. That was his favorite map to play.
It's still in the.
Rylan R says John Rylan is here.
Yep, the new.
Joanne 8775 says go stop in a parking lot, John, and we can check your car out.
The Nuketown is still in 6, the latest one.
That's clear. We've called the after hours. The director should be calling us back shortly.
Director should be calling. Director. Who has a director instead of a manager?
TK Jean says in California on Skid Row the peeps remind me of zombieism. It creeps me out.
Who has a director and not a manager?
Hold on, we'll go back to channel 1 until you hear anything from
Go back to channel 1. Alright, so it's an alarm call. Who has a director instead
Elite
of a
Marine V8 says Black Ops 2 zombies. That will never be beaten.
director? Schools have directors?
One says a nursing home maybe. Joanne 8775 says old folks home.
Says
TK Jean says the Civic Center.
Center, that's Clute though. It's Clute. We don't have a civic center at Clute. I like where you're thinking. What about the lighthouse? Are we over there yet? It's an alarm call. They've already said they were switched to primary or Clute PD2, and they generally do that when they make entry into someplace. But I caught that they said director and not manager. It has a parking lot. See, sometimes you have to pay attention to the little clues that they say. And it would be helpful for me.
Infant Soul 361 says John, you need to do a raid after stream, don't forget.
Oh yes, I forgot last
Joanne
night.
8775 says check nursing homes.
Yeah.
J. Heinrich 38 says county is fixing to make an arrest with 2 previous convictions.
Where at?
April TXRN says private schools have directors.
Okay. Where is the I need to put it over on county is what we need to do. We need to listen to all the traffic. Let me put it on the big scanner.
TK Jean says parks and recreation.
Okay. I'm just looking this way.
Alicia Simonson says daycares have directors too.
Okay. Alright, the scanner might get a little louder because you guys are right by it, just so you know. I don't want anybody to get scared.
J. Heinrich 38 says don't know, but he said 2 previous convictions.
That means I have 2.
TK Jean says public works. I'm Googling Clute, Texas directors.
Okay. Oh, good idea.
Myself and 58 are closer than 37. You can go on Pittsburgh 37.
So 2 priors probably means...
_boy mama 20 says, would it be something that's opened right now or 24 hours?
No, I think it's something that's not, because they said they're going to call the director, right? So more than likely they're not there. It's probably a bullshit alarm call anyway. Honestly, they didn't find anybody in it. They're just going to let them know about an open door, so... But they were...
CC 317,812 says hospitals.
Right.
Bayou Preppers 1 says sounds like a school.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to check Lighthouse real quick.
No, 726. You're right there,
TK Jean says what about the 2 previous thingy?
Oh, that means DUIs. 2 previous DUIs. That means that guy's
I'm
screwed.
on hold with the director now. He believes it's going to be one of his employees. He's calling to confirm.
Oh, one of his employees, okay. Alright, it's not the Lighthouse.
Good.
I'm on the phone with the director now.
I'm on hold with the director now. He believes it's going to be one of his employees. He's calling to confirm.
That's it.
J. Heinrich 38 says some game room is where the county is at.
Oh, game room.
Infinsoul 361 says, John, you got any old game systems like Atari or Super Nintendo?
I do. I play the emulators every now and then. I play the emulators every now and then. Every now and then I'll take something and install some retro games on it and play it.
Alicia Simonson says, I love Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
TK Jean says Atari. Bayou Preppers 1 says, my son has every old school gaming system there is plus old video games.
Oh, wow. This is an alarm call. If we do find it, they're going to be blacked out, which is going to make it...
TK Jean says fun.
It'll be an alarm call, so it makes it even harder to find because they're going to have all their lights off. What is this? Oh, it's a funeral home, guys. I think I found them over here at the funeral home. Funeral home directors. I think I see them, if I'm right.
Rylan R says, hey.
Hello, Rylan. I think they're at the funeral home over here.
Alicia Simonson says, my son has a Nintendo Switch and I'll play the old school Mario on the Switch sometimes. Bayou Preppers 1 says, lol, good one.
I found them, guys.
TK Jean says, yes. Mitch says,
We'll clear back in services.
Alright, guys, I found them. Guess where they were?
Infinsoul 361 says, John, I used to have a orange clear Nintendo 64 until my ex-girlfriend stole it from me. Bayou Preppers 1 says, my son's got 2 Switches and my grandson, which is 4 years old, likes Super Mario on it all the
Which door was
time.
unsecure?
Bruja
at the
210 says, good job. April TXRN says, yep, funeral homes have directors.
Hedges along Dixie Drive, or correction, West Plantation.
Which door was unsecure at the building?
Should be the very front one by the white pillars and the hedges along Dixie Drive, or correction, West Plantation. Go ahead.
Did you advise the door is now secure and locked?
Yeah, for when I pulled it the first time it was
Bruja
open.
210 says they are afraid to go in. The Dead Skeleton Show says, why do all funeral homes look the same no matter where you are? J. Heinrich 38 says West Plantation has a crew call. TK Jean says they are scratching their head wondering how the heck we got here.
Yeah, for when I pulled it the first time it was open. After I closed it, I was waiting for another unit. It seemed to lock itself.
It locked itself, guys. That's amazing. Self-locking doors. I need one of those. Wait, no one out of all...
TK Jean says WTF.
So, out of all the things that we thought of...
Bruja 210 says call Bubba.
Yeah. So, out of all the things that have directors, none of us came up with this. But you know what? We were thinking, and I like that. We were thinking.
TK Jean says right. Vincent says the ghost locked the doors lol. TK Jean says easy smeezy. Hilma Coker says who is that?
It's Clute. Alarm call, the funeral home.
Bruja 210 says they are like I glad it's locked I don't want to go in.
I think he said when he called for the second unit so he could go in.
Melanie Syep 1784 says, is this a funeral home?
Yes.
Joanne 8775 says, do they have people in there? TK Jean says with self-locking doors. Bayou Preppers 1 says someone is dying to get in LOL. Joanne 8775 says like living people. Helma Coker says lol.
All right, they said it was an employee. Everything's okay.
Tammy Hayes 811 says, why would someone break into a funeral home? It must be a ghost.
They found out it's an employee, guys.
209, the director advised it was an employee. Everything's going to be okay at
Biden
this moment.
Preppers 1 says, I was playing.
Yeah, I got you. That was funny.
That is fair. We'll do it back in.
All right, they're back in, guys. We're back in.
Melanie Syop 1784 says maybe a dead body snuck up and locked a door.
Well, that's still zoomed in, isn't it? Let's zoom out.
KDKD2X__ says let's follow them. April TXRN says I never thought about it, but funeral homes and nursing homes or assisted living look similar.
Yep.
J_Aki Guerrero says I wonder what an employee is doing at this time there. Rylan R says let's go.
Hopefully
The
they're not.
lead Marine V8 says did this lead come to a dead end?
Yeah.
Alicia Simonson says this town is haunted by a lot of ghosts.
Definitely.
Ga_boy Mama 20 says now we can keep an eye on these two at least.
Right?
81.
Let's see where he's going.
My 95 vehicle's been dropped off in his driveway. I'll be out to St. Luke's Hospital for Blue.
Oh, that guy's so screwed, man.
Clear.
TK Jean says LOL elite. Bruja 210 says working on bodies.
So 2
Tammy
priors.
Hayes 811 says Brazoria County is said to have a lot of ghosts.
They really are.
Joanne 8775 says and was going to say that looked like I seen a person holding a kiss wearing yellow. Was just making sure I wasn't crazy.
Hey, slow down.
Ishbob66 says hi, I've been offline for a few days.
Welcome back.
The homeless Nana says who is so screwed.
Oh, the person got 2. They said he had 2 prior DUIs.
Alicia Simonson says I love to read that book called Ghost Along the Brazos. Love that book. TK Jean says he's ditching you.
Well, I'm doing.
_boy Mama 20 says hey there he's hauling ass.
Let me
The
tell you
homeless
this.
Nana says who?
I'm gonna admit that I'm doing 5 over. Well, was doing 5 over. Just so you know. So if that gives you any indication. I hope he doesn't do the loop and the...
Simply _Brit says be a law-abiding citizen, right John Law.
That's right, that's right.
Ishbob66 says nice night. Bruja 210 says he's going into a gated community tonight.
Ooh, there's a little deer
Tammy
over there.
Hayes 811 says I love the book Ghost Along the Brazos. Also it's neat so cuz you know all of the places it's talking about.
Guys, look at the little
TK
baby.
Jean says in writing.
Look at the little baby deer over
Angie
there.
416 says hey Popo you're speeding.
Did you guys see the little baby deer?
55, 77, and 76. Just got a separate call from Kicks about a male and a...
Sister, good.
Oh, God, stop.
Just got a separate call at Kicks for a male in a white Dodge truck with a short bed that's
Simply _Brit
intoxicated and
says,
trying to
I
leave
wrong.
with no lights on in
Alicia
his vehicle.
Simonson says I did not see the baby deer John.
Oh, well, I couldn't really. We
Yeah,
gotta.
that's clear. 76 heading over there. I'm checking the game room with the actor.
Alright.
Clear.
They're trying to get us over there on 288B. So someone from Kicks was leaving. Somebody was calling him.
TK Jean says where's the white truck?
That's on over there at Kicks.
Tammy Hayes 811 says Ben.
We can go to that, actually. So county's gonna be. Why have we never recorded at Kicks when they leave?
J Heinrich 38 says where is Kicks at?
It's over.
Bruja 210 says how far?
It's on the other side of Richwood. About halfway between
76.
Richwood and
Station Victor
Hamilton.
Boy Charles 28441.
Simply _Brit says because
Yeah,
they're
that's for
having a
like
C notes law. The homeless Nana says who was the DWI for? TK Jean says 332.
Yeah, it's on 3. Oh, 332. They're on the game rooms there.
TK Jean says Angleton. Joanne 8775 says I'm a abiding citizen. I have been known to break some laws.
But don't talk about it on here. We can start heading that way. The downtown Lake Jackson is pretty much dead. They all went to Kicks. I'm banned from Kicks, by the way, just for it's one of the other places. Why is all the calls got to be at places I'm trespassing?
The homeless Nana says, oh, not the game rooms for the millionth time.
Right. So they're checking the game rooms for that. Let's go see what. And that's the road we drove on. When we were driving by there, when we were driving back from Angleton, that's the road. Nothing can happen, of course, when we're driving back, right? The game rooms for the millionth time, right?
Ga_boy mama 20 says we ditched the cop. The homeless Nana says please explain the DWI thing law.
Oh.
TK Jean says they have to do game rooms because everyone is drinking at the house.
So the traffic, we didn't get to the stop.
Imam 22 says of course not, that would be too easy.
But someone, they said
Elite Marine V.
The traffic came back as that they had 2 priors, which are talking about DUIs. We didn't record the stop or anything, but that's going to be some hefty jail time if he's found guilty. So we just heard the radio traffic. We didn't see the stop or record it.
Simply_Brit says if you go although or trespassed, do they remember you?
Yes,
TK
definitely.
Jean says
Show
he's
on
taking a
Street
blood
back
test
out of
now.
Station 3.
The homeless Nana says oh gotcha, I was trying to figure out which stop law.
Yeah, they definitely remember me.
Bucky Imam 22 says bless you.
Thank you. So when they trespassed me, they had to receive calls for about 2 weeks. So they'll definitely
Scooby
remember
Snacks
me.
says work in 5
Show on
hours
Street
drive
back
go
out of
away.
Station 3.
J_Aki Guerrero says bless you John.
Thank you.
TK Jean says why the trespass?
Because they didn't.
Alicia Simonson says bless you John.
Their exact words were, "We don't need your kind around here." That's what they said. That was and I'm almost. That's how I came up with my voice for that. By the way, that's what he told me. I walked in. It was Valentine's Day. I don't remember what year. Me and Pam went. We walked in. We paid our cover fee, and then the owner came over. He's walking towards us. He goes, "He's banned." So I asked him why. About that time, I turned on. Oh, I see some lights up here. About that time, I turned on my body cam I had on me. And he goes, "Because we don't need your kind around here." He didn't like my videos. I didn't do anything there. This is
Bucky
when.
Imam 22 says typical bootlicker.
Yeah, it's a cop bar too. So that's why. It's a cop bar. That was one of the first places I got
TK
trespassed
Jean
from.
says he must support 5-0.
Yeah, it's we don't need your kind. Well, when I published that video, he took calls for like 2 weeks. So they definitely remember me.
The homeless Nana says you should get smart glasses to help you film content.
I'm a broke activist. We're going to stick to the phone. I see where you're going with that, though.
TK Jean says weird for a bar.
It doesn't matter because so many people know me down here. They just assume.
Simply_Brit says they on TikTok not expensive.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter because everyone assumes every time they see me, I'm recording. I go to Walmart. I'll be buying groceries.
The homeless Nana says yeah, they aren't expensive.
They were like, "John, you better not be recording me." Everywhere I go, they're saying you better not be recording. It doesn't matter if I'm working, not working.
Simply_Brit says oh wow.
Everything on Facebook full time.
The homeless Nana says they wouldn't know with smart glasses law.
They wouldn't, but they would assume. Just seeing me. They assume I'm recording.
TK Gene says why. We all record for safety.
Right. Which is, you know, in a way it's a good thing, because if they think you're always recording, that's probably the reason I haven't been taken out yet. So, because believe it or not, you guys are here, you guys like me, but trust me, there's a lot of people out there that do not like me and would love to do harm to both.
TK Gene says right on.
They would love to do harm to both me and my family. That's why I protect my family.
Scooby Snacks _ says if they don't want to be recorded, they have something to hide.
Yeah. They can stay home with their tinfoil hats if they want to. The average person is on 300 different cameras a week. And that's they're completely fine with that. I think I see lights up here, I can't tell. The rain is making it hard. That would be about the area where the game rooms are. Could also be just the cop waiting for the tow truck for that DUI too. There's only one bar in Freeport I'm allowed in. I'm not allowed in Twisters. I'm not allowed in El Relajo. No, the new place hasn't kicked me out yet. The new place, so that's 2. Pal Norte lets me in. I'm not allowed at Sit and Bull. I don't know about Outriggers. I never went over there. And it's just because they don't like my videos. Where else? I'm not allowed at Sienna Villas. I'm trespassed from there. I'm trespassed from the Buc-ee's, and well, you guys saw it tonight if you were on TikTok. I'm trespassed from that Buc-ee's. And I never done anything. I just think it's funny. I just add them to the list. Oh, and the latest addition is the 1-star hotel in Rosenberg. I'm not allowed at the 1-star.
That's clear, I'm in route.
Clear, rush for sign. Okay.
3583.
J. Heinrich 38 says you were allowed at the bars in Pearland.
No, they weren't happy with me either. Had I went in, they would have trespassed me, definitely.
Little J0420 says, haha, the shit star.
Yes.
Mom 22 says, yes, I was about to say the 1-star
Yeah.
hotel.
3583. 3583. Copy 28.
Infant Soul 361 says, what a shame that was such a good hotel.
Yes. I mean, we...
Boy, Charles,
Infant Soul 361 says, one battle, my friend.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh man, I wasn't real proud of that. So, because I'm not allowed at the 1-star hotel, I canceled the entire family's vacation.
214 traffic.
214 traffic as soon as we get over here. That's Clued, by the way.
Go ahead.
I'm straight.
Danish Food Mart on King Lincoln
They're
Boy.
at Danish Food Mart.
Tammy Hayes 811 says, Outriggers is my family. They will let you in, I'm sure, especially if you order one of their great hamburgers long.
All right. I've never been over there. But they seem pretty cool.
214, go ahead.
Danish Food Mart on King Lincoln Boy 2262. King Lincoln Boy 2262. Camaro for early color.
It's not white. It's not a white Camaro.
Tammy Hayes 811 says you should check it out.
I'll go check it out one day. Start checking these game rooms. I don't see any cops there. We're looking for a white truck. The rain is back. It's 109.
Bruja 210 says I think it's a Dodge.
3576.
Show traffic.
Are you still on the reckless driver or are you on the disturbance?
We're going to be related.
That's good.
They're gonna be related. Alright.
Tammy Hayes 811 says John, the only time I have ever seen the law at Outriggers is when they're there to eat, just being honest.
There you go.
I'll be out at CHI, Lee Jackson.
Clear.
Melanie Syop 1784 says what's related.
You'll see in a second. You'll see in a second, guys. Oh, yeah, I forgot you. I don't have to,
J. Heinrich 38 says, John, did you see Graham got an award?
what, Officer of the Year? One phone down. Alright guys, let's see what we got going on here.
The homeless Nana says, where are you?
I'm at right outside of Kicks parking lot. We got two county units. I'm parked across the street over there. Can't really hear what's going on, guys. I'm thinking this is probably the complainant that they're getting information from. I'm not sure if where the white truck is. So I don't see the white truck unless that's it over there. Let me see.
The homeless Nana says, I'm not originally from here and we don't do the bar life.
Oh, gotcha.
Where's Kicks?
Kicks is in Angleton. I guess technically in Angleton. I don't think this is the actual stop, though.
Michael Williams 2021 says, GN John, see you tomorrow.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Guys, put it in the chat.
Lucky Imam 22 says, is it a bar?
Yes, it's a bar. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Put it in the chat, guys. Put it in the chat. Let's go see if we can find, because they're going to be out looking for the other vehicle. Let me see if that phone broke. Oh, it didn't break. Good. Yay.
Alicia Simonson says, always film 5-0.
Always.
Angie 416 says, always film 5-0. The homeless Nana says, it's a country bar.
1804. I'm in the area if needed.
Yeah. Back in my drinking days, I gave
Lucky Imam 22 says, it's okay, we don't have Kicks here in Ohio, so I wasn't
I'm
sure.
sorry. I said it like you knew the place. I apologize. I did. I said it like you knew that the place was. I forget. I got people from all over the world watching. I'm gonna wait. They're probably gonna come out of here.
Melanie Syop 1784 says, what's related?
This call and the white truck, the reckless driver that they were trying to keep from leaving. But I didn't hear him find the white truck yet, so. And the rain is really picking up. gonna stay here and listen to the traffic for a second. Plus, I see them sitting right here. If anything happens, they're gonna haul ass out of here, right? Oh, that's pointless.
The homeless Nana says, is it off 288B?
Yes.
Two Charles 01.
Let's listen to what they're saying, guys.
Hey, Charles, go on.
Okay, vehicle is unoccupied. There's no vehicle damage or property damage, but it is right here in the corner of on the ditch.
All right, let's go find them, guys.
Australian is second service. Ground level secure.
All right, we found a car in a ditch. Let's go see if we can.
Australian is second service. Ground level secure.
Let's see if we see any lights. I don't know which way it is. It's unoccupied. Guy's like, I'm out of here. So anyway, like I was saying, back in my drinking days, like after
J. Heinrich 38 says Graham got an award for Sergeant of the Year.
Sergeant of the Year.
The homeless Nana says they found the white truck.
Yeah, but it was empty, and I don't know where. It's in a ditch. I don't know if it's this way or the other way. They're not giving me.
289 is back in.
So back in after Victoria died, before I started doing this, I spent 3 years destroying myself. Drinking, lost wives, lost jobs, lost girlfriends. And I used to give that place most of my paycheck. And then, so when I tell you guys that doing this saved me, it saved me. Helping other people.
Tammy Hayes 811 says this way is in Lake Jackson, so it must be the other way.
Yeah.
Infinsol 361 says, can they charge the person if they're not there since the truck is in the ditch?
They can prove that it's difficult. It's difficult. Usually they end up talking they talk themselves right into it. I'm just going to go down here a little ways and check, and then we're going to do a U-turn and go back the other way. So doing this saved me, because I was on a path of complete destruction before I started doing this. One more, do a U-turn.
I got that mail detained in the back of my car.
Mail detained. Found the guy. Alright, let's go check the other way.
Scooby Snacks _ says Buddy wasn't hiding good enough.
He was not good at it.
Wilness Positive 23 says thank you for choosing to pick up his trunkies over the drinks. Now we appreciate you and proud of you. The lead Marine V8 says not many can get themselves out of that kind of situation, John.
It was
Good job
tough.
on turning it around.
It was tough, guys.
3015.
There were many nights I didn't think I was going to make it.
1314.
It was many nights I didn't think I was going to make it. So when I say everybody thinks I'm just full of hate and anger, right? But I'm not. Everything I do out of love for people. So that maybe I can help some other family not go through what me and my family went through. Because one thing I know is that our horrible Texas jails are not someplace you want to be, especially for victimless crimes and people with mental illness. I don't know if I've ever told that story on live before or not. Well, I know I haven't told it on TikTok before because that story I would be banned just for telling it.
Preppers once says, John, I stopped drinking when I turned 33 a.m. now 55, have not had one drop yet.
But I don't know how I managed to do things smart. I would like sleep in my car every night. I never got a DUI or I slept in my car every night.
15 ticket call
Even then, I knew I didn't want to hurt other people. I woke up many a nights with my boots just right outside my door, like I took them off and before I went in and went to sleep. Just passed out in my car. So that's the ironic thing is I used to give that place most of my paycheck. They were all cool with me when I was a drinking buddy, right?
The homeless Nana says I've been sober for 2 years. It's still a struggle some days, but I refuse to go back to that life. That's the reason we don't do the bar life.
Yeah. Hey, maybe in a way we're all saving each other on Friday night. We're giving each other something to do.
I looked it up. See if they're working.
Maybe we've been hanging out this long just for something to do, right? I never thought of that before. At least we know there's 101 people that probably aren't getting in trouble right now.
The Dead Skeleton Show says, CA. Nightbot says Cash App extra good donations are appreciated but never solicited. If you choose to donate, they are non-refundable.
35.
The homeless Nana says, yup. Watching BC Scanner on my TV and eating Papa John's. It's the life.
I don't see this. The other thing, I mean, I guess it could have been. Did he go straight back in? I can't go on Kick's property, so.
J_Aki Guerrero says definitely. Ever since I found your streams, I stopped going out and drinking. Spends my weekends in bed watching your streams for months now. Thank you, John.
There you go. I guess. Also, I show the consequences of it, right?
Alicia Simonson says, yeah, we love it in here in the trunk law.
Also, I hope that my videos do two things. They show you the consequences and what can happen. Your life can change in an instant when you just go out on a Friday or Saturday night to have a good time. It could change in an instant. If one thing you haven't learned is it's never a good idea to stay at a bar all the way to closing. You're just asking for trouble.
Alicia Simonson says, I look forward to your lives every night. The homeless Nana says, and how dumb some PPL look.
Right.
Law.
Hey, that's why we don't judge, guys, because some of us were there. I was there, and that's why I don't
Alicia
judge.
Simonson says, law.
I was there. That's why I don't judge, man. I know what it's like. That's why I don't mind driving them home. And I guess it's not bad for... We've been doing
the
this...
homeless Nana says I was there.
Yeah.
The League Marine V8 says this stream is my new kind of daily fix law. J_Aki Guerrero says yes. I try to tell my brother all the consequences I see from the stops I see here.
Yeah.
But he's hard-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Simonson says yeah, cause you never know when the shoe can be on the other.
That's right. No
I am the man says where we going, John?
I was looking for the truck in the ditch. I think we're going to go straight down, back down this road. If we can find
Little
it.
Bear 0420 says did we find the stop?
No, we didn't.
Bio Preppers 1 says my ex-stepdad unalive a family 3 blocks away from his... The homeless Nana says puked my guts in the Hook's bathroom and my friend had to plunge it down the sink.
I can't, but now I can. And I'm not. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. Now I can just go.
I am the man says are we going to Freeport tonight, John?
Yes, we're gonna go straight down this road.
The homeless Nana
right
says
into
it's
Freeport.
amazing I made it home most nights.
Yeah.
So scary to look back on.
Mm-hmm. But I can go into a bar now and have one drink and leave. I know that doesn't work for everybody. Don't try it. It's probably not the best of advice if you've had problems in the past. Don't try it. It worked for me. I'm just saying, it worked for me. I can now. I got some therapy. I learned the laws. And I just got to work and haven't looked back on it since.
Bio Preppers 1 says mothers against drunk drivers.
My video...
I am the man says you're doing a good job, John.
So, my videos work both ways, especially on Friday and Saturday, man. They show you the consequences of it.
Alicia Simonson says you're doing a good thing, John. Bio Preppers 1 says MADD. The homeless Nana says and it all started with one drink.
We have
marriage
officers
separation. I am the man says let's go mess with Miller in Freeport.
That's where we're going.
I'm not sure.
The League Marine V8 says I don't have any money to drink even if I want to. Now I spend it on gift subs for Chad Law.
Oh, thank you. I sure appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bucky Imam 22 says I'm moving to Canada.
Have I ever okay, don't tell why. But does anyone not know the story of why I do this? Tom, you might
Bio
not.
Preppers 1 says sorry if I shared too much.
Not at all.
I am the man says this is Junior 199,666 on TikTok.
Hey,
John.
Junior. Yeah, we're going down there. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't know why I do this, so I can explain. If I don't have to explain it, I won't. If all of you guys have heard the story before. I don't see any 2s. Everyone knows. That's excellent. Because that's my mission, is to get her message out.
Bio Preppers 1 says 1.
That's excellent.
Thomas 30,951 says 1. Little Bear 0420 says 1. The League Marine V8 says are we getting a story time,
Yeah,
John?
let's do it.
Angie 416 says 2. The homeless Nana says I prob shouldn't share so much but it's scary and I'm so thankful I didn't end up behind bars.
Yep, excellent.
I am the man says this is Junior 19,966 of TikTok.
So in 2014, my daughter, Victoria Gray, passed away in Brazoria County Jail. She was 18 years old. She suffered from bipolar and schizophrenia. So
5415
everything I do in her name. Every person I drive away for her, to helping other people stay out of jail for crimes that the state is the only victim. And that's why I do this. Did I see myself? I worked in IT for almost 25, 30 years. Just a regular computer nerd, going to work every day, doing my thing. Did I see myself ever being at this spot in my life where I could click the plus on a live and 100 people show up? I never thought I would be here. This was not in my wildest dreams of things on my list to
I
do.
am the man says we support you, John, no matter what.
This was not on my list of things to do in life. I never thought I'd be here. Never thought I'd be here.
Angie416 says good job, John. Elite Marine V8 says I didn't know this, John. She'll be so proud of you.
Now that's what got me started. I never, in my wildest dreams, did I ever think I'd be here. So when she first passed away, they used to...
Lucky Imam 22 says we love and appreciate you. She's so proud of YOU.
So when I first started looking for answers into her death, they laughed at me, they harassed me, they threatened me. When I went to go file an open records request, I didn't know what I was doing. They charged me $400 for the records, all the records related to Victoria's death. And they sent 4 cops to intimidate me with the box of records. First place, they overcharged me because they never thought I was going to pay for them. They thought they would jack the price up $400 and I wasn't going to pay it. Well, I did pay it, and then they didn't give me the records. They basically just, so they had already said it was X amount of pages, right? So what they did is they took a bunch of the bullshit and they just duplicated
Elite Marine V8 says hearts in the chat for John. Let's show him the love. Michael Williams 2021 says she is looking down on you, John. You are doing awesome and everything. She knows her daddy love her. Angie416 says yes, she's so proud of you.
But guess what? They don't do anymore. Anything. They don't threaten me. They don't harass me. When I show up and I ask questions, they're not going to tell me. But you know what they're not going to do? Threaten me and put me in jail for asking questions. That's the reason I picked up the camera out of just self-defense. I didn't know shit. But I noticed they acted a lot different as soon as that camera started.
Alicia Simonson says my sister's best friend died in the Lake Jackson jail cell years ago.
Sorry for your loss. Yeah, they left Victoria dead on a jail cell floor for 3 hours, guys. They finally took her to the doctor. The doctor's exact words, I wasn't there because they didn't she died at 10:32. They didn't notify me until 4 in the morning because they had to cover up all their shit. The doctor there was a witness who was she was taken to Angleton Danbury, or what is it? UTMB now. There was a person that was in the hospital right next to it. The doctor's exact words were, "Why did you bring me a dead girl?" The way we know she was...
_boy mama 20 says lawsuit.
I did do that. They got away with it with what's called qualified immunity. I did sue. You can actually go search John Gray versus Brazoria County. You'll find it. That's why when everybody's like, sue. If I couldn't sue when they left my daughter in a jail cell for 3 hours...
416 says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, John.
I couldn't sue then. That's pointless.
Little Bear 0420 says, aren't they supposed to do certain times they check cells?
Yes. Every 15 minutes. They didn't check on her for 3 hours, guys. They left her dead in there. So I try to make it fun. I try to make it entertaining.
Michael Williams 2021 says they don't care about people in jail.
Right. If I had my way, I would be recording in jails, guys. But obviously they're never going to let me do that, right? So I dedicated my life to helping people not go to the horrible jails. Every person we drive away is one less person that could end up in county jail. If I save their car, that's a little bit more money that they have to pay for their fines and their extortion and the road piracy. That's a little bit more money they have in their pocket. So maybe they can get out of the system. That once you get in the system, they keep you in the system.
Michael Williams 2021.
Yes. Now, when we don't stand a chance. not a fair playing field. So I make it fun, I make it entertaining, but it's serious stuff. For me.
Thomas 30,951 says I'm just reading it on the internet. Lucky Imam 22 says they knew they were wrong from the beginning when they locked her up with her mental problems and was high risk of hurting herself.
Yep, if you go look at, if you Google...
Melanie Syop 1784 says her name is still in the system, correct, John?
Yes. If you,
Michael Williams 2021 says that is what they say to people in jail.
Right. No one dies in jail. If you die in jail, they put you in an ambulance, they bring you to the hospital, and try to say you died at the hospital. Every person that dies in jail, they'll always say they died at the hospital. And that's why nothing changes. Because they've learned less paperwork if you say they died in a hospital. Less accountability if you say they died in a hospital.
903 Print Guy says, by watching you I realized that the whole police thing is just a money generator. It's like a business.
Yes. It's all about revenue.
Melanie Syop 1784 says, did you talk to that doctor?
I've talked to people. I've talked to most people involved in the situation. I've talked to
Michael Williams 2021 says we have a sheriff in trouble about inmates die. Bayou Preppers 1 says, where are we flying to?
Freeport.
Alanis Pops 1 says, I know I'm late to the stream, but great to see you again, my brother.
Nice. Thank you for
Little
being here.
Bear 0420 says, we have had like 3 people kill themselves in my county jail.
Yep. So that's why I try to keep people out of there. If you have mental illness, it's the worst place you could possibly be. Take your average person that doesn't suffer from bipolar or schizophrenia, and jail is a tough environment for them, right? Now you put on top of that someone who suffers from bipolar and schizophrenia, and it's 100 times worse.
Little Bear 0420 says it's so bad. Bayou Preppers 1 says Big Texas hugs John.
Thank you, Bayou.
Louisy 98 says I'm sorry and appreciate what you're doing.
So I don't do what I do out of anger, guys.
Michael Williams 2021 says in Georgia there's a sheriff who's in my town in trouble for inmate die in jail, but they is not doing anything about it.
They're not going to. They're going to cover it up.
Lucky Imam 22 says yes, it is a bidet.
So if you want to read more about her story,
9588 says I love you and I love what you do for our family and for the whole community. Spreading a little knowledge every day. Angie 416 says something is always happening to people in our county jail.
Yep. So we make it entertaining. That's why we do it here every night, guys. And that's why I put a lot of people that do what I do, they want to focus their video on the dumb criminals, right? That's what their focus is. Haha, look at the dumb criminal. And you'll never see that here. And that's why I kind of got mad at you last night a little bit, Infinite Souls. I'm not calling you out, buddy. But
Louisy 98 says I have so much respect for you.
Last night when we were out on that stop, I never want to make it about the person. I never want to make it. I don't care if they're fat, short, tall, skinny. I don't want to make it about them. Because it's difficult enough
Tammy
to...
9588 says. Michael Williams 2021 says it is South Georgia.
Gotcha. That's all over. I'm telling the story of policing in America in 3 little towns here, guys. So I never want to make it about the people that are in the interaction.
Infant Soul 361 says I wasn't making it about the law.
Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Well, I gotcha. Fair enough. But if it makes it's difficult enough to stream in public, and it's going to get worse if the people think we're making fun of them. I'm not here. I don't think you should be embarrassed because you have a police interaction. Nobody can avoid. It's almost impossible to avoid a police interaction. It's impossible. It's going to happen to everyone at some point.
Michael Williams 2021 says I told them I had separate accentee and they act like they didn't care.
If you want to read more, Google Victoria Gray, Brazoria County. You'll see all the work I've done getting her message out there.
Alanis Pops 1 says I live in Atlanta and it's one sheriff that shot his wife and didn't get arrested because nobody had the authority to arrest him, and the other one is probably running the worst jail in the city.
Unbelievable.
Angie 416 says the goon squad that got caught up in Mississippi are from the county I live in.
Oh, wow.
Aiden Skates 09 says hi John.
Hello.
Bayou Preppers 1 says everyone put a purple heart in the chat.
Yeah, guys, if you ever, like, I do this to get her message out there, so never think that asking me questions about that.
Michael Williams 2021 says they didn't give me meds until the day I left to get out.
Right. Yeah, you're screwed. Once you get behind those walls, you're just screwed. All units 10-8 back in. Where are you at? We're in Freeport. All units are back in. That means they're going to get to work, guys. I don't know where. Let's go check out the normal spots. So you guys see it as, oh, John drove the guy away or drove the girl away. But to me, I saved them from going to county jail. Or even the local jails, which aren't any better. They'll eventually go to county jail. If they're poor, they can't afford bond, they're stuck there.
Michael Williams 2021 says they did me dirty and now I am cooked for life.
Yep, and it destroys lives every day. Like I've been arrested 5 times. I go to get a job now. Remember, I told you guys I worked in IT for almost 25-30 years. I can't get a job now because I've been arrested for filming cops.
TK Jean says all of my car was searched for an hour in the area because my son is one of the people that was charged with the RICO case that was just plastered all over the news. I felt so violated. Alanis Pops 1 says I used to work in the jail and I felt so bad seeing people in there so minor things are not knowing their rights.
So yeah, that's some of the stories I wouldn't be allowed to tell on TikTok. They would have took my stream down so quick for telling that story. They would have just taken it down. So I'm enjoying the freedom we have over here.
Michael Williams 2021 says bar time.
It is. That's where we're at. And we don't record people, guys. We record cops. So we'll stay over here until the cops show up. Because they're going to come here.
Alanis Pops 1 says oh where has the little cops gone, oh where could they be law? TK Jean says I wanted to have you or Pam's phone number because it really was very offensive for them to search my stuff like that.
Yep. Notice a lot of times they
Michael Williams 2021 says is the parking lot full?
Not really. We got one row. We got some cars parked across the street.
Bayou Preppers 1 says it's closing time, you don't have to go home but you can't stay here.
You can't stay here, that's
Alicia
right.
Simonson says are we gonna play Ring Around the Rosie with the cops again tonight, law?
That's what we got to do. Hopefully we don't have to. Hopefully we don't have to.
Alanis Pops 1 says let's play a game with the cops. Marco.
I don't see them popping up saying pull though. They were out on they said all units are back in right when we pulled in, so they should be doing their thing here in a minute. We could
TK Jean says I'm not affiliated with any of that stuff at all. There was absolutely no reason to hem me up.
Yep. We'll go check the new place out over here. Now it's just being at the right spot at the right time here. And hopefully it's a quiet night and it's an uneventful night. Peaceful night. That's what I hope for. Doesn't make the best videos, but that means the cops are behaving, the people are behaving. This one over here is already cleared out.
I'm clear. I'm just around.
Like Jackson.
Alicia Simonson says don't say the Q. Or John.
Did I say it? I have to give myself $10. I can't afford to
TK
give.
Jean says that's the goal.
Yeah. I did say the Q word, didn't I? I'll give myself $10, I promise.
Simply _Brit says quiet.
Oh boy. Alright, I guess you got an excuse since I said it, right? That's doesn't look that bad over here.
Bayou Preppers 1 says I need to turn on my fan, it's too hot in here.
No, it's not.
Tammy Hayes 811 says why did you say the Q word, John?
I don't know.
Simply _Brit says I can use $10 long.
We made $17.50 on TikTok tonight, so I'll give 10 of it to Gilbert or something. Yeah. I try to make $100 a night on TikTok. It's getting harder. But I'm not going to risk being there more than an hour. Until they do away with the scaled rewards bullshit, no, bro. They can keep it. I'll give my hours over here.
Louisy98 says if we aren't subscribed and we get the ads, do they actually help you?
Yeah, I get 50.
Lucky Imam 22 says give $10 to Pam.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, I get 55% of the ad revenue. And 100%, if you send bits, I get 100%. If you send 100 bits, I get $1. So I get 55% of the ad revenue and 100% of your gifts. So where are you going to be at? Where are you going to be more inclined to make content at? I mean, I don't make as much over here because I don't have as many followers, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Louisy98 says, well, I will watch all the ads then lol.
So the other
TK Jean says, what's a bit? The diamonds and stuff.
Yeah, over here if you
Alanis Pops 1 says Marco.
It's raining now, they may not get out. A bit is I don't.
J Heinrich 38 says, do you get the ad revenue from YT?
Yes. Yeah, I'm monetized on almost every platform. I'm monetized on YouTube, I'm monetized on Facebook, I'm monetized on Twitch, I'm monetized on TikTok. I'm in the creator rewards program. My little video I made today will make me about $20. The one in the cop car, that when the cop hit my car, that one made me $35.
TK Jean says bit ?
Bit is, I think you click. I'm using a third-party app to stream, so I don't know exactly where it's at. But somewhere you can click cheer bits or something, and it's just like the TikTok gifts. But I get 100%, not 40. This ain't coming out tonight, guys, which is good.
J Heinrich 38 says okay, because I watch the ads on YT and I don't skip it.
Usually even by the time you hit skip, the creator's already got the ad money, just so you know. Even if you hit skip, the advertisers pay for the right to have the ad up there, even for you to hit skip. I don't know how that works. I would make people watch them all, but what do I know? I'm just a guy holding the phone. Above my pay grade. I think it does help if you don't hit the skip button. I'm pretty fortunate. I feel bad for the people on TikTok. They could all just move over to some other platform.
Alanis Pops 1 says cops are playing a great job of hide and seek.
That's right. So they could all move over to the other platforms. Here's the problem. TikTok has got them used to just instant.
TK Gene says cheer 1000.
Thank you.
Stream Elements says TK Gene just cheered 1000 bits.
TK Gene, thank you so much. That's $10. Thank you. So, the problem that they're going to have is TikTok provides instant gratification. You do your battles, you do your content, you make money. Every Wednesday they give you a check. To get monetized on the other platforms, they have to give pretty much free content away. Like if you guys remember when I was monetizing over here, I had to work
Thomas 30,951 says, is Freeport coming out to play?
I'm not sure. The problem is they don't have the patience to give the free content away to get monetized on the other platforms. It would be so much better for them if they did, though. They wouldn't be dependent on one platform. But no one's willing to do the tough work that it takes to get monetized on all the platforms. That's why they're stuck on TikTok. I mean, I almost got in the... I have to do...
Alanis Pops 1 says Marco.
I have to do one TikTok stream a day, too, just to make it right now. But eventually I won't have to. Let's go see if they're at Twisters. We're so early. We got 9 minutes, so... I didn't know I had a coffee in my pocket.
It's 15 West Hospital.
Bayou Preppers 1 says Polo. Lil Weezy 98 says the sky and clouds rolling over is quite the sight.
Yeah, a lot of it is a little bit more. We got some of the steam from the chemical plants over there too. Oh, I need to show you guys this over here. Maybe I can get a shot if I turn down this street. Look at this over here, guys. Look at that. That's the flare. Look at that.
Alanis Pops 1 says my Facebook and TikTok are monetized. I thought about streaming on Twitch doing content I didn't know about that startup process. Thanks for the insight.
Yeah, it's easy though. You got to get 50 followers, have an average of 3 viewers, and what is something else? But it's very easy to monetize.
Angie416 says, oh wow.
The hardest, look at that, guys. It's just basically it's the steam. The rain and the clouds are keeping the steam close to the ground, so there's a flare in there, so that's what it looks like. And then you see my nasty
Michael
one.
Williams 2021 says, is it's a fire.
No, it's not.
Infant Soul 361 says the flare at my house is huge.
Yeah, no, that's a flare from a chemical plant in the clouds.
I'm going to check out the truck in the 300 block southbound Kentucky.
J. Heinrich 38 says Graham graduated from some law enforcement management institute.
The wider Silverado.
Here they come.
Alanis Pops 1 says Polo.
are you going? If you want to have a new place that's dead, you're going to be there for 10 seconds and you're going to go back right over there. That's where you're going to go. You're going to go right back over there, so I don't know why you're going
Lil
this way.
Weezy 98 says, let's go protect some people. Alanis Pops 1 says, I just know Freeport hates to see you coming law.
So he's going to roll through here. He's going to see like we did earlier. There's no people and he'll be out. He'll be in and out. There's also they've hired private security. You see there's already 2 cops here. So they're working extra duty. So like I said, he's going to come in and come right back out. And then he'll go back to Relajo, probably is my guess. Do I know my shit or what?
147.
Check north and southbound 38. Not seeing anything.
Okay.
Man, just like clockwork, that's what it did. He's gonna go right back to Relajo.
433, clear.
Give me a 1 in the chat if you're still awake. You guys got quiet on me.
Angie416 says, hey Popo, we following you, so stop speeding. TK Jean says 1.
Alright.
Michael Williams 2021 says 1.
Nice.
April TXRN says 1.
Alright.
Angie416 says 1. Tammy Hayes 811 says 1. Melanie Syop 1784 says 1. Ga_boy mama 20 says 1. Little Bear 0420 says 1. Bucky Imam 22 says here piggy piggy.
That's a lot of
Alanis
ones.
Pops 1 says accountability is satisfying law. Thomas 30,951 says 1.
Right.
Isaac M says 1,111,111.
We got some people awake
Simply
still.
_Brit says 1. Zorus Saxo _ says 1. Infantsoul 361 says 69. J Heinrich 38 says 1.
There we go. We got some people still awake. That's good.
Alicia Simonson says 1. Bucky Imam 22 says 1 billion.
1 billion.
Isaac M says 1.
Isaac's awake. They usually pass it up and come in the backside if they're going to go to
Alanis
Twisters.
Pops 1 says gangs all here.
All right.
Michael Williams 2021 says bravo John Law.
Bravo, bravo. I know what you're doing. Alright, looks like we're going to have a Pal Norte night.
Bucky Imam 22 says he's looking out his mirror like oh hell John's behind me, call everyone.
Is he going to stop in the middle of the road on me? Nope. Let's check him by Twisters. Hi,
Alanis
Twisters.
Pops 1 says here go the U-turn games.
Here they go.
Ga_boy mama 20 says here we go with the damn U-turns law. Little Bear 0420 says is that one busy? Isaac M says
I
that
know.
it's been raining all day in Freeport TX.
Yeah, Twisters was not
Bucky
busy.
Imam 22 says ring around the rosy.
I get to do it with no left turn signal.
Alicia Simonson says here we go with U-turns again.
I think he'll stop up here. Alright, it's exactly 2 a.m. right now. Everything should have been closed pretty much 15 minutes ago. Now's when it's kind of a dangerous time to be out on the roads. I give every
Little
car...
Bear 0420 says good. Hopefully the rain kept people home.
I give every car a lot of space this time of night. I don't trust a single car on the road. I don't trust the cops. I don't trust the people.
Bucky Imam 22 says ring around the U-turns, here we go.
Alright, where is he gonna go? Alright, he's probably gonna pull up in the middle of the road. We got him though. We'll go over here.
Isaac M says it is 2 o'clock in the morning in Louisiana.
Yeah, you guys don't close down in Louisiana.
Infant Soul 361 says it's like Squid Games at night, nobody's to be trusted.
Nobody. Alright, let's see what he's doing. Alright, now he's coming after me. Not coming after me, but he's gonna... Alright, where's he going? Alright, he's going that way. That's the same move he pulled on me yesterday. Dang it. I fell for it again. He's going to Bucky's.
Bucky Imam 22 says 3 a.m. here in Ohio.
Hold on. Alright, that's his spot. Alright, I'll go over here. Is he going to give me a little room to get behind him? I don't know if he is or not.
Isaac M says the bar is closed at 5 o'clock in the morning in Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, big hot bottle, big bottle. I always hit my lights off on the back of them.
Balanas Pops 1 says it's 3 a.m. in Atlanta. People are just on their way to the after hours.
I get a little break from driving.
Ga_boy Mama 20 says I thought it was Clute that did that last night.
No, that was Freeport. They parked in the middle of the road on me.
Isaac M says I live in Louisiana, but I'm from Lake Jackson.
Alright.
Bucky Imam 22 says they did that on purpose, I'm sure.
I always find a workaround. I'm not a sovereign.
Angie 416 says yes, they did park in middle of the road.
Yeah, I'm not a sovereign
Balanas
citizen, so I
Pops
can't
1
park.
says inserts Jeopardy the music.
Go ahead. We show District 1 and 4 checked.
Isaac M says I've been watching New Day 1 John when you started this platform.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here. We'll put on the county
Bucky
traffic.
Imam 22 says did they know you're not a
We show
rookie?
District 1 and 4 checked.
Definitely not my first day doing this. I've seen a lot of stuff.
Suspicious vehicle, Oyster Creek Apartments.
Uh-oh, that's Lake Jackson, guys.
4476.
We got a suspicious vehicle, Oyster Creek Apartments.
28. It's gonna be Sam Henry John 4333. Sam Henry John 4333. We got a woman screaming the mail.
Balanas Pops 1 says I'm pretty sure they do those moves just to confirm you're following them.
Let's listen to this.
Riley Preppers 1 says I am John number 1 stalker.
447.
It's me, Sam Henry John 4333. Sam Henry John 4333. We got a woman screaming the mail waiting into this other person's vehicle.
Alicia Simonson says we do the engineering right now.
We
Yes.
see a woman that's screaming at a
Agent
male.
Soul 361 says I bet that suspicious vehicle is either smoking weed or they are
White
fornicating.
Mustang talking to another individual.
And we should have took a yellow break before we started.
Right around the corner. The white 2200 block South Alaska.
Oh boy, slow down, slow down, slow down. Do I need to go up there and shine my light? Let me go help the people cross the road. I just saw that other car come by pretty quick and the people are trying to cross the road. We'll go over there and use our flashlight and help them out.
I see myself and some that'll be clear of this lounge. Clear for any mileage unit 29.
Sure.
82421, repeating 8242.
Maybe I can just shine my lights over there.
Discussion. Any mileage Mustang.
Atlantis Fox 1 says don't forget your crossing guard vest.
433.
Falling Street George. 862, Falling Street George, 862.
Where's my flashlight?
433.
433, copy LP on a Mustang.
433.
Falling Street George, 8622, Falling Street George, 862.
Alright guys, I'm gonna put you guys down here like this. There may not be a lot of people trying to cross, but I think I might have forgot the other phone. Let me go get that so I can hear you guys.
Copy, welfare concern.
Are you sure now?
Clear 22, video copy.
Guys, do me a favor and talk real quick.
TK Jean says hey. Bayou Preppers 1 says sup. Bucky Imam 22 says test.
Alright.
Isaac M says what's up John.
What's up?
Raw underscore boy mama 20 says test. Angie 416 says test. Thomas 30,951 says test. Alicia Simonson says hey.
There you guys are. I don't know if I'm walk away. I don't know if that phone's in my pocket. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Imam 22 says, hell yay, brother.
Okay, you guys are in my pocket. I found you. I got like 3 jackets on. I know that sounds like silly, but I got 3 jackets on. I'm gonna put my beanie on too.
147 unit checking. Medic 1 clear. 147 unit checking.
I'm good. Really good with stuff like that.
147 clear.
47, copy 227.
147.
First one, 09028191, beating 090281 and 91. Clear for second.
Bucky Imam 22 says, hey, I'm Bucky Mom.
3808.
Sound alert says Bayou Preppers 1 played. Random sound for 1,000 channel points.
Thank you.
Bucky Imam 22 says Bucky Mom stupid autocorrect. Sound alert says Thomas 30,951 played. Random sound for 1,000 channel points.